Laura Loomer is waiting back in, talking about Musk, and she's calling him a stage 5 clinger. She says Musk is a stage 5 clinger in a tweet that if we can put it up. The elephant in the room is that Elon Musk, who is not MAGA and never has been, is a total effing drag on the Trump transition. And she said, Admiral Donald Trump, he is a stage 5 clinger who overstayed his welcome at Mar-a-Lago in an effort to become Trump's side piece and be the point man for all his accomplices in big tech to slither into Mar-a-Lago. Why is Laura Loomer going so hard here?
Well, because Laura Loomer is persona non grata now, right? I mean, she used to be on the private jets and all that kind of stuff. Has anybody seen her recently? She's been replaced. He don't need a whole bunch of side pieces, Laura. So you got the boot. But I mean, at the end of the day, Trump loves him some Elon. I mean, he was sitting up there putting out, did you see the tweet where he was like, oh, why aren't you here? We're partying. He likes Elon. He likes wealthy people. He likes people that have power. And so I don't know that Elon is going anywhere anytime soon. I do think that to a large degree, he's going to be very disruptive to any kind of competency in the Republican governance. I mean, look how he blew up the continuing resolution. I don't think that he's a net plus for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump likes him. He's rich and he's powerful, so he's here to stay. And Laura is looking like a scorned, X on Twitter.
But this is causing a fracture. Like, does it matter anymore if the MAGA folks are split? Because I don't know if Trump is probably going to try to run again, but he doesn't need their votes anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So does a fracture in MAGA even matter at this point?
Well, first of all, Donald Trump ran for one reason and one reason only: to stay out of jail. Yeah. Mission accomplished. So he doesn't give a crap about anything that happens after this point. He doesn't care about anything. If it can keep him rich, get his tax cuts, and keep him out of jail, then he's all good. But there's always been fractures in the Republican Party. They have always been dysfunctional. Remember when Donald Trump was in office last time, the government was shut down for 30 days. So they've never been on one accord. The only thing Republicans are united on is on tax cuts for the wealthy. That's the only thing that they're going to get done 10 out of 10 times. Other than that, it's a toss-up as to whether they get their agenda or not. I don't think they're serious on this mass deportation stuff as well. He got some really cray people up in there. But I don't think that Donald Trump really cares about accomplishing anything because he's already accomplished the number one thing that he was concerned about.
Yeah. Charlie Kirk is, what is it? Is it Turning Points? What is this thing?
I think is it Turning Point USA? Is that
Turning Point USA or something? Who is a big MAGA person, is also weighing in saying Americans don't want H-1Bs. Here it is.
This is a violation of our social contract. And it sounds good. Let's just let more H-1B workers in. But what about the 23-year-old that went to University of Washington and studied computer science at the UW Computer Science Department? Shouldn't he be given preference above someone who could do the work for far less? It is about priorities. And it's not about what Charlie Kirk wants. It's not about what other people want out there. And I have friends on both sides of this debate. It's very simple. It's what the American people wanted. And the American people overwhelmingly voted for less immigration and the prioritization of the American children and the American worker, not the American oligarch.
Wait, is he talking about affirmative action for white people?
It sounds like it. Preference, priority,
DEI.
DEI.
This is diversity, equity, and inclusion for white folks. Come on.
I told you, Don, they did not vote to compete. They voted to get a handout. That's what they voted for.
Reecie, this is Reese's original TikTok on this, which is one reason she's on the show. Watch this.
Hey, MAGA, aka Make America White Again. I see some trouble brewing over there with y'all new President Elon Musk, South African billionaire, and his sidekick, Vivek Ramaswamy. They're all over the internet now calling for H-1B visas. It don't look like they're trying to make jobs white again. They was all on this anti-DEI shit when it came to the blacks. So they had y'all all spun up around that. But now, when the rubber meets the road, and it's time to take away some of these white jobs from these foreign-born people, they said, skirt, plot twist. Vivek ran on any H-1B visas, but now he done flip-flop. Now that he got a little bit of power, he done flip-flop. And he is talking about how Americans, he's talking about you white people, by the way. He ain't talking about us, because when they say Americans, they don't talk about black people. You Americans have a culture that's lazy, and that's why you can't compete. Now, I know good and goddamn well that y'all did not vote for Donald Trump to have to compete. Where they do that at? Y'all voted for Trump because you wanted these jobs to be white jobs and only white jobs. You didn't want to have to be the best and the brightest. You wanted it handed to you. But they saying, oh no, bitch, you're going to have to compete for these white jobs. And what's even worse is they said you're not worthy. Woo, child. Y'all gonna make that fly?
Reecie, they're asking, the folks on TikTok are asking for your @ and it's at Reecie Colbert, right?
Yes, Reecie Colbert.
ReecieColbert. That's where you get Reecie, right? For those of you who are smashing the likes on TikTok. So, Reecie, what is going to happen with this? This is, let's see, our folks over on the MSNBC, who I love me some Simone Sanders.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
And Michael Steele. We're having some fun with this past weekend. Watch.
The land of the free, home of the brave, all that good stuff that Elon Musk was tweeting about. However, please don't come for Americans. And I would like, let's be very clear, I would like white Americans to stand up. This is your calling card, honey. Where's your banner? Because they coming for you. They said y'all white and lazy. That's crazy.
Well,
that's
what I
and
find
is
interesting,
y'all would be coming for me.
Well,
I would never say that because that's insane.
That's the point. What you have happening here is the very thing that white folks have said about black people.
I'm sorry. I just want to know, Vivek was born in the U.S.
For generations.
Pause.
Vivek is now saying about white.
Here's the thing. Simone is right.
Yeah.
If a black person, if I said that, if you said that, if she said that, they would say, oh, you're a racist race baiter, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're not saying that. And Michael Steele is, let's hear what Michael has to say.
Vivek is now saying about white people, and they don't like it for some reason. Oh, y'all not lazy. Y'all not slow. Y'all not stupid. Well, that's what we've been saying for 400 years. And yet, here we are. You still want to not read our history or go through our CRTs and all this
This is
stuff.
why the great Reverend Jesse Jackson talked about the Rainbow Coalition, honey, and people were uniting across working class, okay? And black people and white folks and Latino folks coming together because the rich people, they're not here for you. And this is how they let you know, okay? They just let you know. So you want to come on over to the Rainbow Coalition, you come join us, right?
The woman in the middle is like, I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah, my name is Bennett. I'm not in it. Okay, y'all not about to have me talk about white folks and lose my job on MSNBC. I don't think so.
Well, there's a meme going up, and I think it's, many people think this is true. It's a Ramaswamy meme about white bigotry versus black bigotry. It says black Americans are lazy, have bad culture, and need to work harder like Asians. And then MAGA's like, yeah. And then white Americans are lazy, have bad culture, and need to work harder like Asians. And then MAGA gets all pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Do you think this meme is accurate?
100%. I mean, the only reason why Vivek made it on that debate stage is because he was super anti-black. Because he was the model minority who was talking down on the blacks and all the other minorities, which aren't really, minorities is a stupid word, but people of color. And so that was his calling card. They loved every bit of it. But now that the shoe was on the other foot and he talking about the white folks, now all of a sudden the same things that he was saying on how exceptional people of his background are, now it doesn't quite hit the same. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that it is just so delicious that MAGA is getting they're getting their N-word wake-up call. Because anybody can get an N-word wake-up call. You don't have to be black. It's just you're getting the treatment that black people have been subject to for centuries now. So they're getting it. But then also, I'm calling them the MAGA-grants, the folks that align themselves with MAGA, even though they are themselves immigrants or they have an immigrant background. They cloak themselves under MAGA because of this perceived exceptionalism and distance that they have from the blacks and from the other less desirable minorities. And now they're getting their inward wake-up call because now they're seeing that they're not like us. Like they don't see you as one of them. They still see you as a lesser part of the coalition. Like you can be on the bus, but you're gonna have to be in the back of the bus. And now their feelings are hurt. And so I'm getting a little bit of a kick out of that too, because they were perfectly okay with everything directed our way. But now that they're feeling some of that heat, now all of a sudden we have to do something about the racism in the Republican Party. Ain't that something?
Why is it that people look, and these are two examples of very high profile Indian Americans, right? Like people like Vivek and Haley. Why do they deny systemic racism? She can't even answer what the Civil War was about. That was about slavery. Why aren't they sending Black people flowers every day and saying, thank you very much for the opportunities that we have in America because of your hard-fought civil rights fights and victories from it? Why don't they understand that? And why aren't they saying, thank you, Black people? We should be modeling ourselves after what you did, what you accomplished, rather than talking shit about us?
Well, because it's more profitable to be a grifter, to be a brown face saying anti-Black things. It's more expedient for them to align themselves with white supremacists, with white nationalism. I mean, look at how far Nikki Haley has gotten. And she's still on the, we don't want them immigrants over here to, like, girl, what? Because she's trying to run for president again. So she's still staying on cold. She's like, I don't have the power I need yet. I'm not a billionaire, so I'm going to stick with this MAGA stuff. But with Vivek, look at him. Nobody would be talking about this nerd if it weren't for the fact that he was a Republican. If he was a Democrat who, just had a bunch of money and decided, I want to run for president, he would have made it as far as Andrew Yang made it. Like, he wouldn't have been much of a conversation. So there is certainly a profit motive. There's a fame motive, and there's a power motive in aligning themselves with the white nationalist arm of the country. But there are still limits to that because you are not white.
We are thrilled to have you as one of our watchers. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. And that way you can be notified about all of our new content. There's plenty of it for you. We're live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop more videos at 2 p.m. Eastern and at 5 p.m. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon Nation, of the Lemon community. Members receive access to special community posts, exclusive content, and live shows. So just head right over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching.